Hey guys, welcome along. Got another awesome interview for you today. I want to introduce you to Dave Watson. Dave Watson is a motivational speaker. He speaks at schools, colleges, universities, speaks for companies all around the country. Does after dinner talking as well. Dave is also an Invictus Games gold medalist. So really excited to talk to him today to hear about his story and to inspire you guys as well. So without further ado, Dave, welcome along.
Hey, how are we?
I'm very good, thank you. Very good. Good to have you. Yeah, so Dave, just so the audience can get to know you a little bit better, just tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Yeah, so hi guys, I'm Dave Watson. I'm originally from Preston. I moved to Birmingham 6 years ago, and I was in the military, and I got injured in 2010, and my story just shot out of control from there. So everything I've done from then till now is just like come all that fast. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah. So we know that you're a motivational speaker, Dave, and there's lots of motivational speakers out there. But I think what makes everyone different is that we are all unique. We've all got our own story to tell. But tell us a bit about your backstory and why you got into motivational speaking and what made you want to inspire others.
So, like my backstory, I've always wanted to join the military. I joined the regiment. My granddad's brother joined when he was similar age, so I kept it in the family. And I absolutely loved the military, and I had my career set out. I had it all set out what I wanted to do and where I wanted to be, and then unfortunately, like that come to an end on the 27th of May when I rode in Afghanistan. I stepped on an IED and lost both my legs and my right arm. But it wasn't straight away because I was putting on a brave face when I got injured. I was making out to other people that I was all right and it's not bothering me. But in a matter of fact, it was bothering me because I seen exactly what was going on. I was drinking too much and I'd done stuff what, like, I wish I'd never have done. But it was one day that I went over to Oklahoma with Headley Court to do some games, and I broke the American record for my category for discus. And it was then that I've seen that I've got a talent. So from that day, I packed everything in, just stopped. I'm off my own back and just thought, right, I can do something with this. And my story, like that bit of a story, you could say is like the Tyson Fury story. You know what I mean? He went to rock bottom, he got out of it, and I did exactly the same. But I did it first, Tyson Fury. I did it first. But yeah, and that's why I've got to where I have. I've done the Invictus Games, and that's why I became a motivational, inspirational speaker. Because there's a lot of people out there what I can help, what are going through problems, and I can motivate people to do more in their life.
Yeah. So often you see that with a lot of success stories is you have to go to rock bottom often at times. And that is almost like, sometimes it's the turning point. Okay, you can't go any lower. It's like, okay, well, how do we rebuild ourselves starting from scratch? It's an opportunity to start from scratch, isn't it?
Yeah. Because there's a lot of things what go around in your head once you've reached rock bottom. You think straight away there is nowhere else I can go.
Yeah.
A lot of people I see stay in that position.
Yeah.
Because they look at getting out of it and they think it's just going to be way too hard.
Yeah.
To get out of where they are.
Tell me, like, what those day-to-day challenges were like when you was at rock bottom and you could see at the time you couldn't see a way out. How was that?
it was scary. It was very scary because, like, if I'd have stayed where I was, I'd either be an alcoholic or dead. Do you know what I mean? It was one of them two, but it's that second one what scares you the most. You're doing what you're doing, but if you carry on, you'll die. And I was a young lad.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to end my life like that. You know what I mean? I wanted to make something of myself.
Yeah.
And it was that, finding that sport what got me out of it.
Mm.
It gave me something to live up to and carry on and take my mind off other things. It's just, sport is a fantastic way to help the mind.
Yeah. So what sort of things were you doing at your lowest point? So you mentioned alcohol. How often was you drinking? How often was you drinking?
I was drinking near enough every day. And then I got mixed up in the wrong crowds and I started doing bits of drugs and that, and it's not good.
Mm.
It's not good at all. It's scary. And for a young lad, yeah, your life just come to a complete halt when you lose 2 legs and an arm, because at one point you're a fit, able-bodied guy, and then next thing you're in a wheelchair.
And how did you feel when you was drinking alcohol, taking drugs? How did they make you feel? Were they like an escape mechanism?
Yeah, it was my escape. It was that what would take my mind off things, you know what I mean? Like just stopping doing what I was doing. So yeah, that's why I was doing it, because it was an escape.
Sure. To
forget about everything what's gone on.
And how long did it feel good for, or how long did it feel like an escape for until you had to?
To tell you the truth, it felt good till the following morning. You know what I mean? And then just like feel so bad. It's untrue, but with the way I was feeling, I was going out and doing it again and doing it again. It was, it's exactly the same as, like I said, the Tyson Fury story. He'd have done the same. Woke up in the morning and it's bad this, but you're at that point like I were, where there was nothing else. You just had to carry on doing what you were doing.
Yeah, it's like a vicious circle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you just got to fight it, and like I did, and he did.
Yeah. So obviously there was a turning point. You said you found a sport that you was good at. So tell me a little bit more about that turning point. So you said you went out to Oklahoma.
Yeah. I went out to Oklahoma just to see what I could do. Because I used to box and I used to play football when I was able-bodied.
Yeah.
And it was trying to find something what I loved as much as I loved them two sports. So I went out there and I tried all these sports, and nothing were really clicking for me straight away until I went out onto the athletics track, and I thought I'll give discus and shot put a go. I'm a pretty strong lad. I'm a built lad. We'll see how it goes. So I got on the frame in that, and I threw the shot put, did well in that, and then got onto the discus, and I think it was my second or third throw, and it just flew. But then when they measured it, I broke the American record, and I was like, "Oh my God, I've just broke a record." But the bad thing is the Americans won't give it to me because I wasn't classified on that competing level.
Right.
So I knew I broke it, and everyone else knew I broke it over there. So I've never done it. So that's it. I'm on that path now. That's it. I found it. I'm done. I fell in love with it straight away.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I come back, I found myself a coach, and away I went.
So when you returned, it sounds like things were different. Was that like your turning point? Did you still go back to alcohol and drugs, or was that it?
No,
Like a turning point?
just stop just like that.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought to myself, if I've just done this now, without any training or anything else, if I start training and doing it properly, where can I go? And that's what it was. That rate stopped.
Yeah.
That's it.
So what happened from then on?
Yeah, so I come back from there. I got myself a coach and just trained. And I said, when the first Invictus Games come around, I said to my coach, I said, well, I want to go for the Invictus Games. I went for the Toronto Games. And I got selected. Over the moon I were when I got selected, and I went out there, and I just picked discus and shot put because that's what I wanted to do. They were my sports, and I come away with gold and bronze. And just sitting on that frame in the middle of the athletics track and seeing all them people that are in the stands screaming and shouting and cheering you on, it was like, I looked back. I look where I were when I were in like a bad state, and look where I've got to now with my hard work.
Yeah, so you went from the lowest of lows to the highest of the highest
in like 5-6 years.
Yeah.
It's not an easy turnabout. It's not easy. It's hard. But having that mindset and that focus on what you want to do, that's what makes it easy.
Yeah, I agree with that, because nothing worth achieving is going to be easy.
No.
But if you've got the right work ethic, the mindset, and the commitment, then you can make it as hard or as easy as you want to. So tell me, like, what was some of the challenges you faced along the way?
The challenges, it was my coach, how she pushed me to train and push me to show that I can do this and to never give up. And it's not just that as well. I've got that military mindset as well.
Yeah.
So you get taught that in the military: never give up, always carry on, always push yourself.
Yeah. So that helped.
And it's that, like, I've been a civilian since, really a civilian life since 2010 when I got blown up. So I was never going to be in the military again. So I was just transforming myself back into civilian life. But then when things happen, that military mindset, you can just switch that back on. So it's always there. And if you want something that bad, the military always tell you, go for it, never give up, push yourself. And it's that what pushed me, because that kept coming back to me, and I always thought about that. And that just missing the three limbs, itself, it's hard work, like doing all the sport and everything like that. But you've just got to improvise, adapt, and overcome. So if there's something what you could do before, improvise it. Do it in a way you would be able to do it.
I love that. Improvise, adapt, overcome. That says it all, really, doesn't it? I've got a similar mantra I teach, and that is focus on what you can do, not what you can't.
Yeah.
People tend to focus on their limitations, their problems, their challenges, but there's always a solution to every problem. There is always, every obstacle can be overcome.
Yeah.
If you put your mind to it and you focus on the solution, not the problem.
That's definitely right. It's like a lot of people, like this pandemic, what's been going on. A lot of people have been stuck in the house, not being able to do anything, and like to do your own. A lot of people think they can't do their own sports stuff, their own phys in the house because they haven't got the kit. That's it. Improvise, adapt, and overcome. That's when that comes in.
Yeah.
So you've got sugar bags. You've got bags of sugar. Like just use them or use something else just to get about and do stuff. Just bits of weight.
Yeah.
There's loads of stuff you can do.
Yeah. And you know, if you're proving that you can still, because you've got your home gym, right?
I've got my own gym in my back garden. Yeah.
So you know, you're a shining example. If you can still get by with, you know, 3 of your limbs missing, then there's not much excuse for us able-bodied folks, is there? Or anyone really?
There's no excuse. There's no excuse. If I can do it, anyone can do it. And that's why I go out and like to schools, colleges, and that especially, because I've seen the change from when I was a kid to having my own kids. Do you know what I mean? Like I remember I used to be out every day, playing football or climbing trees or whatever I could do, I'd do it. And now kids are just stuck on like an Xbox, like playing Call of Duty or anything like that. They're in the bedrooms all day.
Yeah.
Like I want to try and motivate them kids to do stuff what we used to do as kids. Go out and climb a tree. Like kids don't know how to climb trees anymore. You know what I mean? It's like one of them.
Yeah. I agree. Technology, we love technology, but at the same time, it has its negatives as well.
Oh yeah,
especially for the younger generation.
Definitely.
Cool. So you mentioned you had a coach as well. How did you find that having a coach? Obviously, you had that military mindset, which helped you a lot. Did you find having a coach push you as well? Did you find that was beneficial?
Yeah, definitely. Because she's qualified. She's a coach. She knows all the skills and drills and like all the proper training you should be doing for that particular sport. You know what I mean? So she knows all the technique, and she would teaching me that, and I would coming away and I would working on it, and that's what I was doing, just coming away working on it. Like we've been with each other that like coach athlete. We've got that relationship. You know what I mean? And we talk to each other all the time, and it's good that you can have that bond with your coach.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. I agree. I think it's important. You need to have that. Coaching is a relationship business, whatever area it is in, whether it's business coaching, sports coaching, transformational coaching, fitness coaching like myself. You need to have that relationship. It's a relationship business that you need to have that relationship between you. What would be like, as a final message to the viewers, what would be your biggest, I guess, what would be your final message that you want to kind of put across?
If anyone's got any goals in life, never give up. Always push on, always go forward. Reach your goals. You'll feel better.
Yeah. Awesome. And like I said, I think, just despite what challenges you're having a goal is always something that you can use to give you purpose, something to work towards.
I used to set myself a big goal. So like my goal were to get to an Invictus Games and come back with a gold medal.
Yeah.
But instead of going straight for that big one, set yourself a few small ones leading up to it. So work at it. So say I want to run 1.5 miles. That's my first goal. do that one, and just work your way up.
Yeah.
I've set yourself little goals to reach that big one.
Yeah, because sometimes a big goal can be a bit overwhelming at times, can't it? So
Yeah.
you need to kind of break it down into smaller chunks. So your goal was to, go to an Invictus Games and take gold. You did that. What are your goals now, Dave? What are you working on at the moment?
My goals now is to motivate and inspire as many people as I can with my speaking, and to hopefully get to the Birmingham Commonwealth Games. That's the main one.
Cool. When is that?
That'll be next year.
Next year, yeah. Okay. Awesome. Keep working. We wish you the very best of luck with that.
Keep working, keep pushing.
Keep grinding, keep pushing, keep working indeed. Yeah, absolutely. Dave, thank you so much for joining us. How can people reach you should they want to get in touch?
So I'm on social media. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and I've also got my website out there as well. If you just Google DW Motivation, it'll come up with my website. Have a look through that. There's some stuff on there, what I've done, what I'm doing, people who I've helped. Everything's on my website, and my Instagram account is Dave Watson Motivation. If you go onto Instagram and just follow that, then I put bits of stuff what I'm doing up, and I'm put motivational quotes up as well.
Cool.
To help everyone out.
Awesome. So Dave Watson Motivation, DW Motivation. If they Google that, they can find you, all your accounts.
Yeah. So even if you just went onto my website, it's got all my LinkedIn stuff and that on there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Yeah, DW Motivation. Check out Dave. And Dave, thanks so much for joining us and sharing your story. And we wish you all the best for Commonwealth Games next year. Go smash it.
Thank you for having me on, Ed.
No worries, Dave. Pleasure.
Thank you.
Cheers. See ya.
Bye.